Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of The Collective, episode 34, The Hunt. I am the Dungeon Master Ray Hickey. I'm joined by Brian, who plays Elion, Hagatha, who is played by Amy, and Gregorevich, who is played by Mason. And I did that right on purpose. So welcome back, everybody. If you didn't catch our last game, we are now in the world of Etharis in the Pack the Collective, which is one of our original shows from several months ago that's been put on hiatus for a little while. So if you recognize some of the places and names, there you go. But that being said, please like and follow us on all the various interweb places that you can find us. That would be Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and here on Twitch. You can also email us at packtactics@gmail.com. That's packed with a T, and we'd be more than glad to hear from you. So Mason did it last week. Who wants to do the whole catch us back up, or quick little?
Thank you for volunteering, Amy.
Yep.
No, I've got the brain scramblies.
You made eye contact first. I'm sorry, it's you.
Well, Hagatha was having an existential crisis for a while, realizing that the only two people that she became really close with ever have both pretty much gone, and just finally getting the frogs to stop worshiping her. This is all going to be from Hagatha's perspective because this is the only one I can remember. We got. Oh, we were sent on a new quest to Etharis because somebody's decided to make a bunch of chimeras that are wreaking havoc, and this world is not friendly. There's a reason why Hagatha doesn't want to come back here after realizing that there was much more outside of her swamp. But she still was trying just to find time to keep herself busy and not think about all the other stuff. So, yeah, something like that.
So a few things. You were sent here at the request of a agent of the collective. Well, not necessarily an agent, but a friend of an ally named James Barlow, who contacted the collective, saying, "Hey, I've got a problem here. I need help solving it. It's probably something you'd be interested in." And turns out that someone, somewhere in this general vicinity, is blending man and creature in a very horrible way, and it is causing havoc in the local area. James is a monster hunter, so he's hunting the monsters. Could use a helping hand. They landed on Etharis near the border of two areas. I can't. The names have just escaped my mind.
Northern edge of the Castellan province and the southern edge of the Estoian Empire. There's a division of mountain ranges right there. I think we're on the Castellan side mostly.
Yeah, roughly.
I aced the Etharis quiz whenever we did it, so feel free to ask questions.
Yeah, no, it's like I had the names coming into this and turn the lights on, turn the camera on, gone. So,
there's a vineyard about 20 miles that way.
They teleported in, and James Barlow immediately put them to work, fighting some oogie boogie creatures. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and go to our battle map. via roll 20 and go ahead and start this going. The top of the order, like normal, no matter how many times you change bodies and resurrect your soul, you still go first.
I don't know why we bothered rolling initiative in the first place.
To figure out if you're last or not.
It's because my character inconsistently rotates around. Sometimes we're at the top, sometimes I'm at the bottom.
I think I rolled above a 10 once.
All right, so Elion, you've got several spooky ooky creatures in your sight. Well, what do you want to do?
Elion wants to use some of his magic that he has, and he is going to twin spell a firebolt.
All right.
So he will hit this guy and this guy.
All right.
And so that's my 2 hits. Plus 4. That is a 16 plus 4 for a 20 and a natural 20. So.
Yep, both of those hit.
Yep. One of them just takes a little bit more damage.
Yep.
Do you roll with advantage on the glowy guy?
No, I did not.
He's
so
fairy fired.
Glowy red guy and glowy green guy are fairy fired by Cutter, of all people.
Cool.
Whose
That
DC
16,
is 12.
That 16 turned into a 19, so it's a 23.
Still
One away
hits.
from a crit.
Still hits.
Did you take elven accuracy?
You could have. You're an elf now.
Yes, I did.
I think you get a third roll on the advantage.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna stick with what I had.
All right, good.
That wasn't better.
Not better.
So the first guy didn't get hit with the crit, which was actually the glowy guy.
Right.
He'll take 19 points of fire damage.
Ooh.
And the other one. Okay.
That is that guy. Okay.
That's 17 plus 20, so 37 points of fire damage on the other guy.
Jeez. Let me check his health stats. All right. This guy. Oh, wrong one. Wrong thing. No. Orange dude goes fall down.
Fall down, go boom.
Fall down, go boom.
I'm even more embarrassed that I missed all these guys.
And I'm here. That's it. That's all of it.
Sweet. All right, that brings us to James Barlow. Let's see what he wants to do. Can he get somewhere? He wants to get there. That's perfect. Mr. Barlow will move here. Here. And he will pull out his amazingly cool, awesome shotgun and fire off a round. Let's see if he can hit.
Fire one laser.
Ooh, there's a 25 to hit that particular creature, which hits. Let's see. Right, so that is 13 piercing to that guy. That is, and then 4 of that. So that would bring it to this much. And a fun thing about his particular shotgun is it has an area of effect behind the target. So he has to roll to see if his shot will at a diminished rate, hit the two behind it. Miss. And miss. So those two are okay. He has 2 attacks per turn.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, because you said he's a pure ranger.
Almost.
Oh, it's Barlow. Never mind.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
Barlow. All right, and he's going to. I gotta mark this guy so I remember. He's gonna favored foe that guy because he forgot to do it like usual, and shoot him again.
As is tradition.
He does a whole bunch of extra d6s too. All right, so he hits. That will be 15 piercing into this, plus 7 fire, and that includes the favored foe damage. That will bring this to this. And let's see if the shot will hit the two behind. That is a yes and a no. So it hits the rat guy, and it does a reduced. Does 1d8 this time instead of 2. That is 9 plus. So that's 13 to that guy. All right, and that's James's turn. Come here, watch me play with my action figures, everyone. It'll bring us to this guy. Alright, what does this one want to do?
You just saw a guy explode in front of him in a fiery mess.
That doesn't bother him too much.
As well as a tentacle that came out of the ground.
Alright, he is going to, on his turn, use his action to dash. Get right there. That'll be his turn. That guy is
dead. I think he's dead. I think that's the orange one.
Not dead.
Oh, he came back alive?
Yep.
Frick.
He comes back up, and you see where the magic had hit him. It burnt a hole in his chest, and you see it stitching back together.
Oh, that's not good.
Very not good.
And not good.
And that will be his particular turn, because that factor happens.
It's hard to come back from the dead.
Yeah. Alright, and then it is this particular dude's to the blue one's turn. Oh, wonderful. Leaping up and over this guy, he's going to come here, and he's going to attack twice against Mr. Barlow. Let's see, that hits. That will hit, so let's see if number 2 hits. It stayed on the table. And that hits as well. Do a lot. Where did all of that one type of dice go? There's one.
So is that one type of dice?
Yeah.
That isn't around when you need it.
The weighted ones.
He will do 8 damage to Mr. Barlow. And Mr. Barlow has to make a save.
Against lycanthropy?
Kind of.
Maybe.
Kind of. And he makes it. That will be that guy's turn. And Greg the Accurate, it is your turn.
Oh God, why do you insult me? All right. Gonna take a step forward, bonus action. Holding out the dancing scimitar. Greg's gonna say "Avast" and send the scimitar. I don't know if I can get a token or something with that.
Let's find something fun.
Okay. It's gonna go there, right between those two guys. And I'm gonna, while you're finding something, I'm gonna have it make an attack against the purple were-rat.
Oh, that works.
Using my bonus action down there is there.
One
That
flying.
rolled great.
One
What?
flying.
That rolled a
One flying sword.
So it rolled a 23 to hit purple dude.
That hits purple dude.
For a split second.
Purple dude takes 8 points of magical slashing damage.
Alrighty.
Then Greg, using his actual action, is going to focus on the two glowing guys. Lightning launcher with sharpshooter at that guy, followed by that guy. Because I have multi-attack.
Woo!
Blink those again. I had to look away to look at something.
Green,
Green,
then red.
and then red. Okay.
First set against green. That is cocked. That is 14 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not gonna dump fire rune into this. Oh, this was sharpshooter too. I'm sorry, I forgot this. I don't remember if I said that.
Okay, against green guy.
I will drop the extra bolt of lightning into that. So the 22 points of lightning damage.
Ouch.
Second bolt of lightning at Red Boy.
Mm-hmm.
That is 17 to hit.
Yes.
It's really good that was advantage because that second one was a 1. I will drop Fire Rune into this. Fire Rune is 2 extra. Okay, that's crappiest damage roll ever. 14 points of lightning and 4 points of fire, and he needs to make a strength saving throw.
That is.
I'm sorry. Strength save? My God, why is my brain acting like it's been so long? I think it's strength save. Strength save, yes.
12.
Well, he fails. He is restrained for the next minute, and he takes 2d6 fire damage at the start of each of its turns. He can repeat the saving throw at the end of its turn.
You hit this guy real hard, and you see it hit collapse.
Well, he's got fiery chains wrapping around him now, just in case he pops back up. Cutter. Cutter's gonna float over here. He's gonna give James Barlow the help action.
All right.
So whatever James decides to do next, he has advantage.
Cool. Is that everything for Sir Greg?
That is everything for Sir Greg. Cutter lands on the gun and acts like a little laser pointer.
Nice. All right.
Now have a red light.
All right. Is this wereboar's turn? Or boar-like creature, because it's not actually a wereboar, technically. Oh, perfect.
It's a wereboar-like creature. It bugs me all day long. It's a wereboar-like creature. That's why I sing this song.
It is going to full sprint charge like to here. And it's going to do 2 attacks.
Bring it.
So
Bring it, Tiny.
if he hits, he's going to be doing a lot of fun stuff. It's going to be great.
But he has to hit first.
He has to hit first. He could. It's possible. How about a dirty 20?
No.
Damn.
Failure. Shame upon you. Shame on your hog. Shame on your family.
All right.
Son of a cow.
All right. That was his maw tusk attack. Now he's going to try and hit you with his claws. Yeet. Natural 1. Cool. Yeah.
I don't think that'll hit.
Nope. That will not hit. He ends his turn screeching at you. Agatha. It's you and Oogie's turn.
Oh. Cool. I get. Oh, okay.
So you can command him, and if I can run him for you if you need to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cause
That's a lot.
I just briefly looked over. I'm like, oh boy, this is just what I need. I can barely one black character. Okay. Well, seeing how Mr. Orange got back up, I can't remember what I named the tentacle this time.
Taz.
Taz? Oh, cool. Sweet. So Taz is gonna do his thing, and right there. Actually, come on. No, where is it? For real. Okay. Alright. Attack. I rolled a 7 on the die, so I don't think that's gonna do it.
Against Orange Guy?
Yeah, I'm trying. Well, hold on. 13.
13 hits.
Woo! That's gonna be a 5 cold damage, and his speed is reduced 10 feet for the round till his next turn. Agatha's going to.
How many? Again?
He loses 10 feet just for this one turn.
No, the damage was 5, right?
5 cold. Yep.
5 cold. Okay.
And then she's going to. Seeing how James is kind of in a pinch, or at least from what she can see. I think she wants to send Oog off to Blue here to shroud him. If I can remember the necrotic shroud.
That's spell, right? Necrotic shroud. Once per.
Can transform, causing all within 10 feet to make a charisma saving throw. DC 16, or be frightened of you until the end of your next turn.
Okay. We put him here.
Yeah, just
here.
Yeah.
Because that's 10 feet. Both of those are 10. Technically, it will. Well, either way, it's gonna hit James. Yeah, because it's 5, 10. So you could get these two, or you could scoot him here, and he'll get
the purple.
He'll get purple, blue, James, and a touch of Greg.
Oh, I don't mind if I get just one. I don't want it to affect anybody else if I can help it.
Oog should be able to move there.
Or Fate Presence. What does that do real quick? It's kind of the same.
The same thing.
Well,
one with damage, one without.
I do Charmed and James gets into it, I could just tell them to just all stop.
You could. Alright, so you do Fate Presence?
Yeah, why not?
Alright, so I need James to roll a Wisdom saving throw.
It says charisma. If we're doing the shroud, it's charisma. If it's fey presence, it's wisdom.
So essentially, do you want to do damage or not? That's the thing.
Yeah, I'll do damage.
Okay, so that's charisma.
Yep.
All right, and to Werets. Fail. That dice is going away. And Mr. Barlow. Mr. Barlow. Oh, he just makes that. Oh. All right. So, Product Shroud. Lasts for a minute until you enter as a bonus action. Once on your turn, you can have one attack or spell deal 8 points of extra necrotic damage. So let's mark those fools so we know.
Used it.
That one.
Used.
All right. So you share in that ability since he is connected to you via some sort of special ability. You can deal extra necrotic.
Okay.
Hello.
Agatha, you got something on. Okay, it's gone now.
So does So does that count as my turn altogether?
That's so Oog acts like Cutter, so he would go on your turn. You did your cold damage, right?
Yep.
I think you still have an action.
Yeah, you still have an action. You did Oog. Yeah, and you did Tentacles.
Tentacle, Taz.
So now it's your turn. Physically.
Agatha.
Yeah, now it's Hagatha's full turn.
Full turn. Okay. So she's going to. She wants to move so that she can. There's this tree in the way, isn't there?
There is a tree there, yes. The base of which is here.
Okay.
You honestly have a sightline, I think, on everyone.
Yeah, I think she's just gonna do a 5-foot step this way so she gets a clearer sight. 'Cause she doesn't want to hit Cutter, and then she's gonna do Eldritch Blast to this dude, to Mr. Orange.
Okay.
And so that's 2 of them. So we'll Alright. One of them is a dirty 20, and the other is 17.
Both hit.
Yay! 2d10s. Bum. 5, 6. 9 points of force damage.
9 points of force damage. All right. That right there. And you hit him, and he goes down.
Hey! And that will be it for Hagatha.
All right. This guy's turn.
Does he randomly stand back up?
Yep.
He also takes 6 points of fire damage.
And how much? 6?
6 points. And he is still restrained, but he can make the save at the end of his turn to try and break out.
That puts him at... You see him move and honk, but the fire still keeps him down. Or the lightning. Yeah, fire.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that was... Roll a perception check, Greg.
Perception check, that's a 1. Unnatural.
An unnatural 1?
Yeah.
You're focused on the guy that can't hit you at the moment.
The fire rune just acts. It's just a thing that occurs. It's not something I consciously do.
I know. I was seeing if you see something.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
All right. So that is that dude's go. Elion. Can't really hear you all that well, bud.
Oh, sorry. Bonus action starry steps where I was after a 30-foot move, and I am going to cast lightning bolts at 5th level, so it's going to 10d6.
Shit.
And glowy orc guy and these two were-rat guys, and I guess Thane sword have to make a save.
Was dexterity.
Dexterity.
All right. Do the werebore first. What's the number we're looking for?
I'll tell you in a second. 16.
And years later, that Thane has time traveled back in time, became the first Plague King, left this sword behind. That's why we always see this spectral cat wielding the sword.
That's gonna be 16.
All right. So green guy fails. Blue guy fails. Purple guy passes with a natural 20.
Cool. He still takes half.
Yep. So it's six.
That's 10d6. And 2 of these are head die.
Woo!
Oh, jeez. That's a lot of 6s. Yeah. Maybe a second.
See, this is what happens when you have too high power of spells and stuff, and you have so many dice. It takes. I just keep it simple.
Well, this is what digital dice are for too, when you just have a massive amount.
Make computer do work for me.
Exactly.
44 points of lightning damage and 22 to the one that passed.
Okay. All right. So this guy's 22. Let's add that. That is that many.
Well, hey there, Elion. Welcome to the club.
Yeah. I imagine
Personally,
there's
I always like
scorched
lightning bolt.
rocks over here because it's a 100-foot line. And that wasn't 100 feet, so it just kept going.
Personally, I always like lightning bolt better than fireball. Fireball, I feel like it's just too overused.
Well, I like fireball now that I can change what type of damage it does.
All right. So this will be fun. Boop. Boop. Boop.
Ooh.
Cool. So, cool.
That happened.
That happens. All right. So, you done?
Yeah.
All right. This ends combat. But what you do see is James will run up over here and just pump 2 shots into the guy. Just boom, boom.
So do they have to be double tapped?
I will explain their mechanics after the adventure. So those are critical hits. It's doubled, blah, blah, blah. All right, so we are now out of combat.
Yay.
And we'll go back to... Oh, wrong screen. There we go.
At the end of a minute, Greg returns. Greg's spirit orc returns to his totally real body.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Whole time I've just had this little hologram in front of me, and then there's Big Me.
All right, so combat has ended. What would you all like to do?
Captain Hagatha, permission to investigate the bodies.
Oh, don't call me that. But yes.
Miss Hagatha, permission to investigate the bodies.
No, you don't need to ask my permission. Just do it.
I actually do.
Oh.
Just go with it. Just go with it. You got this.
Yes. Yeah. Whatever.
Greg's gonna start investigating the bodies for, first and foremost, like looking at some of these weird like rat mutation things, seeing if it's actually like a weird sort of mutation. Like I'm checking where like all the lines where everything is, checking to see if it's actually a mutation or if there's like stitch marks. Like was this humans got stitched together with rodents of unusual size, or are they actually like were-rat people?
All right. You go ahead and roll investigations.
That is I'm gonna have Cutter help me.
All right.
I was gonna say Hagatha can.
That's not too much better. It's 15.
Sorry. I know that music was really loud. I apologize, everybody. 16?
15.
15.
1-5.
So you look at this and you see there are stitch marks, but they're not in joint areas. They're like along like the bicep and into the elbow. You see one across the face. You see one. So you don't think these things are stitched together. It reminds you of surgery.
Okay, so they've been experimented. This is more experimental, directly altering them.
Right.
Okay.
With that 16, there's something. You also pulled that this isn't surgery to attach pieces together. This is surgery on something else. On this body. This body itself was mutated in a way.
Okay. I don't have a good medicine score, so I probably can't ascertain what medically was done, but I could at least like see, oh hey, there was something done here, here, and here.
Yeah.
I'd share this with the rest of them. It's like not much on medicine though myself. Is anyone able to make any sort of heads or tails of this, interpreting this?
I could give it a whirl. I have been trying to learn more in medicine, a little bit at least. Natural 20.
Woo! Woo!
So 24 total.
24 total. With your medicine check, and in fact, Oog rolls one too, and he does pretty well. He got a 25. Yeah. So you two together are looking over one of these boar creatures, and you're not sure how, but this was once a human, and it was somehow congealed or mutated at some level with an actual boar.
Like person, boar, soup, all just like congealed together. It does. Why? Why would this so messy? I mean, um, why in the first place? And I let the group know what I find. It's almost like to a cellular, well, a microscopic level of.
Yeah. Now you do notice this mutation with that natural 20 of yours isn't exact. Body structure is wrong. Like one shoulder is very much higher than the other. One arm is longer, one is shorter. This hand is a hooven and clawed. This one's a regular hand. There's like
So,
it's imperfect.
so then was surgery done to kind of correct areas that didn't mutate properly? Like looking at some of the spots where some of these stitches are, is it more look like it's corrective? Like,
Yeah.
So they can actually function.
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
Well, I
Mr.
think
Barlow, how many of these things have you encountered recently?
Oh, about including this group, about a dozen or so.
Have you been able to identify any of the bodies and who they may be or where they may have come from?
Unfortunately, not. The woods around this area and most of the area are just pretty dangerous to begin with. But uh, there's not enough features to identify who this was.
could it possibly just be like not necessarily a specific person, but maybe just some generic human DNA or human essence, human.
Like
Stuff.
maybe they started with the animal and added humanity to it.
Or did they start with the other way around? I don't know. That's why I asked y'all here. I've encountered the creatures. They've done raids, but I have not been able to find where they're coming from.
Do they have any kind of clothing on?
Yes, some have some patchwork, horrible leather or hide armors, and then there's like rags, like thrown on random ripped, torn.
Okay. I want to check, like, if any of them have clothing that's obviously fibrous, obviously made from plants, as opposed to, like, say, wool or something like that. If anyone has anything that looks like it's a plant-based clothing, are they organic and pro-animal?
No, it appears to be cotton, wool, leathers,
Okay.
hide.
Kind of common stuff.
Yeah.
Are any of them wearing shoes?
No.
No shoes.
No shoes.
Well, I want to know if you're going through the trouble of creating these creatures, why do the extra step of doing surgery on them to be able to function? Why not just mess with the formula or whatever it is you're doing to create them in the first place?
Well, maybe that's it. Maybe he's exploring what went wrong. Look at it. And if you're doing this kind of operations on something, you're trying to fix it so it'll serve some kind of purpose, I would assume.
Yeah, but if they're still like this even after surgery, it's like a weird puzzle, and it's
Has there
gross.
been any sort of pattern to their appearances?
No, there's all sorts of creatures I've seen: boar, deer, elk, rat, bat.
But I mean, where they've been showing up, has there been any sort of pattern? Are they typically just out in the woods? Are they near settlements? Are they near farms?
It's,
Um,
it's kind of in like this 50-mile radius. There is a town nearby, a small little area that I've been basing out of, but it's in a relative 50-mile area, and you'll find them. They've had a couple attacks towards the town, on the roads, out in the woods. They seem to be permeating the area as if they were wildlife.
Hmm, interesting.
Can I do an Arcana check on the creature?
Sure.
That's 20.
20. Uh, you don't really sense any magic.
Well, that would make sense because this world isn't very magical, or that it's very limited.
has any of the fauna gone missing from the area? I'm asking this to James. Has any of the fauna gone missing from the area? We're a lot of creatures here who are being mutated, but are there any particular species that may seem to have just vanished?
So that's a hard thing to say because most wildlife is rare in its own right. There are more naturally occurring monsters and things out in the woods.
All right. This might make things easier. Cutter. And I'm gonna bring Cutter over and have Cutter cast Locate Animals. And I'm having him locate specifically, try and see if he can specifically locate boars.
Boars.
See if there's any within a 5 mile radius to see if there's a herd of boars or a concentration of boars in the 5 mile radius area.
He agrees, and he climbs up and perches on the top of your head and just kind of like sits up like a mercat.
As a little donkey too.
Yeah. It's the weirdest looking thing. Uh, hold on, let me.
So yeah, 5 mile radius. And I learned the direction and distance to the closest creature. It's the locate plant animals or plants spell.
All right. He's like, you get the sense there's a that way, and he points kind of east.
So that might be a good place to at least start. If the fauna is rarer, I mean, they have to be getting materials for this somewhere. So wherever we find fauna, we might be able to find something. What do you think, Captain Miss Hagatha? Shall we go with this plan direction?
Yes. She like phrases a little. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was reading something.
All right. Then yeah, if there's no other objections or no other thought, what time of day is it? Forgot this is Etharis. It's bad
it's
being
about
out at night.
2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I would say.
Okay.
No, you left first thing in the morning. From the collective. No, we'll stick with 2 or 3.
Okay. When we landed, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say we'd probably would have enough time to be able to check out and just see if there's anything to be seen of this herd. And then we're then probably head into town because Etharis is dangerous at night. That's what it says in the guidebook.
Yeah. So, you start heading east, and
Before we head out, I would have asked Mr. Marley, um, in your world, what do you do with your dead?
everything there gets burned. You put something in the ground, doesn't mean it's staying there.
Okay,
And as you see,
so-
while you're having these conversations, he's dragging all of these things into a pile.
If that's the case, then I will cast a firebolt, but also cast control flames so that I can spread the bodies with flame and burn them.
Yeah. You see, James looks down and he pulls out a torch and he's got a liquid in his hand and goes, "Well, that works better."
And I will say a prayer to Corellian.
Okay. You send off that prayer and James asks Greg as your donkey there said it said to Borwer east of here, correct?
Yes.
That would be the town is within is that direction.
Are there boars kept in town?
Well, it is a farming area, and they might have some.
Well, it might do to at least check with them to see if they're missing any animals.
I might as well.
So we're heading to town, guys.
Hey, Mr. Greg, did you know that a group of boar is called a singular?
I want to say Greg probably would. Mason didn't, but Greg probably would have, considering all of his artistic stuff that he ever does is usually is boar shaped.
I read it in one of your books.
That's where that book went. All right. Don't open to page 122 until after I get that back.
Okay. I did.
Okay,
And they were stuck together.
Good. Yes. It's a very boring page. There's nothing in there that you need to see. If you do, we can have a conversation.
I didn't want to I didn't want to rip your pages, so
Good.
I didn't.
Good. Don't rip the pages. We can have a conversation about what's in there in a couple weeks when you're older. Moving on.
All right, so y'all take the trip into town. It's about 3 miles. The sense of being watched never really goes away. The woods are, again, very oddly quiet for you, Greg and Elion. Like, you don't have a lot of experience out in the woods, but something inside of you says that it shouldn't be this quiet.
Where are all the animals? I thought there'd be more animals.
They're supposed to be.
It's not a very lively place.
Well, literally, the things that go bump in the night actually go bump in the night.
Yep.
I don't know what that means.
I'm not sure. He might be making a euphemism.
I don't know what that means.
It means don't go.
I'll explain.
It means don't go outside at night
By yourself.
at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a euphemism.
And Greg just like Not Greg. James just kind of lowers his hat and it just into the woods, and he just like disappears.
Oh God. No.
So you eventually make it. You kind of go down into kind of a valley or a hollow. Greg just not Greg. Jeez, James just at a certain point is just with the group. You see a small town, wooden buildings surrounded by a wooden wall around the central location of buildings. And you do see scattered farms around the wall, and all the homes that could be associated with that farm are relatively close to the wall itself. It's a very small town, village, if you could call it one of those things. As you approach, there's a wooden sign that looks to be a stick with an old plank of wood with white paint on it, with lettering on it. Hagatha, you can read this. Eliana and Gregorich, you can't, but it reads in Estonian, welcome to Witch's Hollow.
Do I recognize that?
Roll history for me.
Town called Witch's Hollow?
Mm-hmm.
This has got to be really far north in the Castellan province.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're right on the line. It's seriously...
12.
It's kind of like one of those border towns where they use like half the language from one country and half from the other.
Yeah.
I rolled a 12.
12. Oog rolled to help, and he whispers this in your ear. Witch's Hollow. This is a valley that a group of witches had their coven at one point and were raided and destroyed in this long valley that helps separate Astoria from Castanella.
Yeah, I let the group know about it. Obviously, James probably knows, but
yeah. You get into town, and that oppressive being watched feeling kind of just eases away as you walk through the gate. In this town, the sun seems to shine a little bit brighter than outside of the walls. It is cute, quaint, surprisingly picturesque from what Hagatha knows for a town in Etharis.
Yep.
And the people here seem more lively and upbeat instead of down, and is what you're used to. Welcome to Witch's Hollow. There's not much here, but they have allowed me to stay in that inn over there, and everyone's been incredibly friendly for my entire time here. I'd still be careful with anything that you do, because we never quite know.
yeah, why are they so happy? Like, this is not normal.
I agree. That's why I urge careful, but it is safe.
Okay. Do you know much, like, what? Just seems a little too bright for city or town.
I,
Like there's kids playing.
I think it might have to do location. It's not exactly Estoya. It's not exactly mainland Castanella province, and this is the Witch's Hollow, and remnants of magic might do something weird.
So this is caught between oppressive undead army monarchy or aristocracy and theocratic military that ensures security but oppression. It's kind of got like this blend of both.
Yep.
I was gonna say, with Hagatha's detect magic and stuff, does she sense anything?
Nope. No magic except for what's coming off the party. James says, I'm going to go talk to Samuel. And if you all want to head over to the inn there and get yourselves set up, and I will meet you all in a few.
James, before you go, do you happen to have a map of the valley?
I do not.
We could
Do you know
probably
anyone here who might?
You might be able to get something hand-drawn, but maps are exceedingly difficult.
Right. Is there someone who I should talk to who knows the valley very well?
Well, I'll bring the town leader Samuel over. He's the oldest, so he'll probably know the valley the best.
Excellent, thank you.
Yes. He tips his hat and saunters off.
Well, what are you two thinking?
that this town is very bizarre. Everything here is bizarre, but that's kind of what to expect, I guess.
I don't know. It seems like a nice place to me.
That's the
It's
problem.
surprisingly quaint. The walls could use a little bit of improvement. And the housing, roofing could probably use some reinforcement.
Right.
What?
Not what we're here for.
I like to make note of these things. I have my arms crossed. I haven't not even reaching for my hammer. He has a saw tucked under one of his arms.
There's more pressing matters than architecture. Architecture.
Actually, this would technically be engineering, but
This is
apologies, Captain Hagatha.
This town isn't normal. And what we just encountered, it wasn't... Oh, actually, no, that's kind of... But the way those creatures were put together was not...
Wasn't abnormal.
Yeah. So there's just feeling very uneasy and stuff. She really wants to get this figured out and get out of here as fast as possible. But yeah, let's just get to the tavern and try and come up with some answers, maybe, or even some more useful questions. I don't know. I need it.
Did we pass the boar herd, or is that still somewhere in town that we haven't seen yet?
Cutter whispers to you that it is on the other side of town. It's right there, and there's 6 of them.
Right. If you guys are actually okay with me splitting off briefly to go check that.
Now there's 7.
Did one just give birth? Interesting. Apparently a boar was just born. A boar is born.
A boar is born. Right. So, Greg, you want to cut off to go check on the source of the boar?
Yeah, I'll catch up with everyone else in a bit. I'll actually leave Cutter with Hagatha and Elion, just because I'm sure he would love to stay with the heavy casters. And I think Greg can go and can check this by himself.
Okay. Cutter fights the urge to get on to Hagatha's shoulder because he realizes I'm in disguise, and he just walks next to her. You get a very grumpy vibe. He has to walk.
Well, the sooner we figure this out, the sooner we can get you back to your beautiful, glowy self.
This is debasing, having to walk on the ground. I fly through the air. I soar. I glide. Peasants walk.
As Haga looks at her feet. Yes.
Not you. I mean, you have very nice legs.
Just kind of steps just a little further away, just a smidge, like, hey.
Platonic.
Sure.
Damn it.
So, you go to this inn, and as you walk up to, there's a painted above the door, not an actual sign. It says the Hollowed Tree. You enter into this building. It does have a interestingly sized for the town. It is one of the bigger buildings. In the center is a very large stump of a tree that it's general circularly shaped, but in that is carved into the stump like chairs. Have you ever seen remember those desks from school that it would come out from the armchair and it come out in front of you like the desk? Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, it's like that.
Huh.
But the chair in the tabletop are part of this old tree stump. It's quite large. But small bar area. And as you come in, a little bell rings. Ding, 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 and there's a fairly, I would say, mid-30s, blonde hair, blue-eyed woman behind the bar. Welcome to the Hollowed Tree Inn. How can I help you?
Did James say we were staying the night here, or are we just getting drinks? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Greg isn't there.
Where'd Greg go?
Greg went to go to Cutter's like down at your feet, but you're surrounded by people, so he can't talk right now.
Hagatha, you hear in your ear, he went to go check on the pigs. Oog.
Yeah. Can I need two rooms, three. 1, 2.
All right, but unfortunately we only currently have 2 actual rooms, and one is being rented out to that Mr. Barlow fellow.
Oh, that's right. So we just need 1 then.
All right, and how many of you are there?
3. 3?
Yeah, you should fit them.
3.
Why did I get
There's just 3 of us.
Well, this particular room has 4 beds in it, so
perfect?
between 3 and 5, I guess.
Yeah, well, yes, please. Well, how much?
That'll be 7 gold.
Okay, and yeah, Agatha's not hurting for money. She'll put down an extra one for like tip or something.
She looks.
You hear a gasp from somewhere around her ankle when she says 7 gold.
And she picks up the money and she looks at it puzzled.
Just keep it.
Is this currency from one of the northern areas? I've never seen it. She bites it to make sure it's real.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, it's gold is gold at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, then, yeah.
Anyway.
If it doesn't work, then, yeah.
No, as long as it's real gold, gold will spend. Anyways, I'm Clara. This is my establishment.
Very lovely. This town of yours is very lovely, which is out of the usual towns in this.
Oh, it is. We've all worked very hard to make sure that this is a place that is relaxing and calm and inviting, a safe place, because the world around us is, well, dark and full of horrible things.
You got that right. I heard there's been some troubles lately. Out in the woods, there's been like weird creatures.
There usually are, but there's some stories of even weirder things.
Yeah. Hmm. Why did they do that?
Hold on a second. And she taps a bell on the bar top, and she yells, Alfie, make up room 2, would you? This pale-skinned, freckled, poofy, curly, red-headed boy comes running out of the back room. Okay, Mom! And he runs off, and you see him go to a closet, and he piles a whole bunch of blankets and pillows, and he's holding it like this. And he's like, it just scampers off.
Oh.
He'll be the first one to die.
That is my son Alfie. He helps me run the place. He's quite a good boy. But food, drink, anything?
Yes, to both. Can you have it sent to the room? We're very tired. We've been traveling.
Oh, absolutely. Whatever you'd like.
Thanks. We do have another chap that should be joining us later. Just send him our way. He'll just, yeah.
All right. Just one small thing. As adorable as that miniature donkey is, I'm gonna have.
Oh, he's very well trained.
I'm sorry, but he's gonna have to go into the stables out back. He is a beast of burden.
Beast, yes. Burden, no. But
You hear quietly mumbled, "You're a beast of burden."
Did you say something?
no. And she kind of gives him a little kick, just a very gentle,
Yeehaw!
It's an odd sounding donkey. Must be because it's so small and adorable. But
he is. Yeah. Rebecca, where's the stables?
just behind the building there. You'll have to talk to I believe what is his name? You have to talk to the stable hand, Joe.
I don't really like going without him. He's kind of my emotional support donkey.
Leans against your leg heavily.
I have no idea what that is. It's a donkey. It's not allowed in here.
Yeah.
I get separation anxiety.
Oh, then you can stay in the stable. It's not allowed. I'm sorry. I mean, I try to be as welcoming as I can, but
No, I understand. I pushed too far. No, I think one night should be okay.
I'll take him to the stable.
Thank you, Elion. I mean, yeah. Good. Okay.
all right. And we're gonna go from here, and we're gonna switch over to Gregorovich.
Oh, they got it.
Yeah, just gonna head over to the direction the cutter indicated, where the doors are supposed to be.
Right.
Heading towards that farm.
So you walk through town. You see a very small general store, very simple blacksmith, few other buildings. Um, you do see a very small, doesn't look like it's been open, Castilian Empire post office. Just by the look of it, it hasn't been used in months. But you head towards that direction, and you do find another, person-sized gate out towards the farmland. You walk that direction, and you do find a farm. It is a livestock farm instead of like plant farm. And you do hear a fellow out there saying, is that Mary, there's 5 of them. Oh, that's great,
Okay.
honey.
Okay. I kind of, if it's possible, can I like kind of glance from around the house, kind of see what's going on?
Yeah, you're walking up, and there's a house, small house, barn, animal pens. And you walk up towards the barn where you heard that's 5 of them, and you poke in, and there is a man, human man, a little bit older. You'd say 50s, 60, surprisingly old. Very, very weathered skin, the tough life outdoors. And he is holding a baby boar piglet in his hands. He got a rag, and he's cleaning it up a little bit. And he looks back over at you, and you see a nasty scar going across his face. Looks like something multi-clawed is straight across his face. One of his eyes is cloudy. Massive cut. Just then he looks at you. It's like, oh, hello there, stranger.
Hello, sir. I hope I'm not interrupting. Sounds like you're having piglets.
All right. This sow here's having babies. First boy babies of the farm.
That is good news to hear, sir. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. It's hard enough to get something to just live out here these days. The name's Jeb. What can I do for you?
He said Jether?
Jeb.
Jeb. Okay. Well, yes, sir. Actually, this is a good opportunity. See, I was going around checking into some things, and was wondering if you had any, if you possibly had suffered any setbacks recently of animals possibly being attacked, or any such animals gone missing, even.
You're not from the farm areas, are you? The animals kind of disappear every now and then. That's normal.
Have you had any recently?
Oh, no, nothing recently. We did have something tried to get into the horses running over there.
I see. I probably should explain. I'm part of a engineering survey. We're going around and essentially to some of the different towns and some of the more outlying areas of the empire, wanting to check and see if there's any ways we could improve, or if there's any needs the town is missing in terms of their architecture.
Castle Litland, government representative, we are here. That's rare.
I'm fairly new to the course, so I somewhat got the the sticky job to get sent all the way out into the far corners of the provinces.
Well, I would say there'd be a lot of mail for you, but nobody here is interested in anything further south. But,
Well, to be fair, this is a project apparently they've been looking into for the past 2 years, and we're only just now getting out here. There's a lot of paperwork they've had to go through.
it sounds like typical government bureaucracy. Well, anyways, you come inside, meet my wife Mary. She'll probably serve you something to eat.
If it's not too much trouble.
No, of course, come on.
Yeah, follow him indoors.
And he sets the piglet down, and you see him wiping off his hands, and walks into this quaint little house. It's like it's open air space design. It is a kitchen, living room, bath, bedroom.
Okay.
A bit nice fireplace going in the kitchen area, and then you see another human female, roughly the same age, cooking at the oven. So like, Mary, we have a representative from the government, the Castellan government here to say hello. I didn't get your name, sir.
Oh, you may call me Greg.
All right, Mr. Greg from the government. It's like, oh, welcome. Please sit. I hope you're hungry. I put plenty of beef stew.
Oh, I don't want to intrude upon you too much.
No, we're blessed here to have plenty. Please sit.
Far be it from me to refuse such excellent hospitality. Thank you, ma'am.
Right. Well, she sits down. She brings you a cup of water, and sets the table. And they talk for a second, and they sit down. And Jeb, you're all served. Jeb takes a bite. It's like, delicious as ever, Mary. Oh, thank you. It's like, Mr. Greg, what did you particularly need from us?
Well, I'm was going around and doing some of my initial checks. I'm wanting to see if there's any if you've had any animals go missing recently. We've been hearing reports of strange attacks, at least ever since I got here, of strange creatures out and about. Though, of course, so have the last 5 towns I've encountered, but some of these ones have been somewhat strange by description. I was wondering if you've had any animals go missing, and if there's any ways you personally wish you could see in which the Empire can serve you and better protect its people and its investments.
Well, there have been, maybe a slight uptick in random creatures that attack and stuff, but, and he motions to the door, and you see that behind this door is a gigantic metal bar. You observe it there. You see the windows lock from the inside, and it's like the interior of this house is incredibly secure. I'm lucky enough, my brother's the blacksmith, so he has made plenty of metal bars and locks from all of my doors and windows. So protection, it's a way of life out here. People get hit on the road, random creatures, bandits, it just happens. As far as my critters gone missing, not really. Nothing too much there. But I do know that Jeremiah's farm has had he's had some issues with some of his animals missing lately. He's had some pig and some poultry gone. But as far as what you can do to help, hell, it took you 2 years to get out here. I think we'll be fine.
Right. Again, it's all the paperwork that goes into these things. It's honestly not quite the job I thought it would be when I joined initially. It's been a bit frustrating. But Jeremiah, you say, has been having some issues. But can you roughly tell me how I might be able to get to his place from here?
Exact opposite side of the wall. Go through town.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much. By the way, this is excellent meal.
It is.
Probably one of the best I've had in months.
And it genuinely is. The meat and the vegetables are exceptionally fresh, cooked to perfection, spiced perfectly. Even though some new flavors there for you, because it's different spices and stuff, but it is.
You cook this with cumin?
Yes.
Interesting.
A little sprinkling of something we call cinnamon.
I see. Very excellent. Yeah, I finish meal with them. Idle chalk, avoiding anything that might, obviously reveal that I am not even from this plane. And then I bid them good day and head back into town.
Oh yeah, you get. They're interested in you. They ask questions. They allow you to ask questions, and they answer. It is the first genuine, just simple conversation with no alternative motive, with no frustration due to memory loss or anything else behind it you've had in a while.
Probably the first time I've had an entire conversation and I haven't talked once about engineering.
Yeah.
I did not know this was possible.
Yeah, like they tell you about their family life and it's just you leave and you feel like not only did your belly eat, but your soul fed a little bit too.
Those are nice people. I should improve their fence while I'm here. That section's gonna go here soon. I'll fix that later.
Yeah, a little voice in the back of your head that sounds like Agatha is just like grinding, no.
A few flamethrowers, a Tesla coil, nothing will bother them ever again.
So you headed your way back into town, and as you get through about the center of town is when you run back into James, and he has a very much older man with him. Oh, Mr. Gregg, I did find the town leader here, and I was bringing him back to the inn. If you would like to join us, or if you're not too busy doing whatever you...
No, certainly, Mr. Barlow. I was actually just coming back to I think the term is touch base with my companions and you.
Right. Miss, where's my manners? Samuel, this is Greg. He's part of the people I helped call me in to help solve the issue in the area. This old man, 70, 80, 1,000 years old. He's a very old man. It looks up at you as welcome to Witch's Hollow. I am Samuel Carnes, the de facto leader of this here village. He sticks out an old, wrinkly, knobby-knuckled hand.
I give him a firm handshake that does not crush him.
Oh, that's a firm handshake you got there, sir.
I was always taught that's the best way to greet people.
Absolutely. Let's go to Clara's. I need to sit. So, you guys walk to Clara's and purposely walking a little slower. You enter in. Clara says, Oh, Sam, it's good to see you. Sit. I'll bring your regular right over. Thank you, Clara. And he takes a chair at the tree, at the stump.
Oh, Miss Clara, was it?
Yes.
My name is Greg. I had a few companions, I believe, who stopped by here earlier. Would have gotten rooms.
Yes. I believe one is in the room, and the other one hasn't come back from the stable with the mini donkey. Um.
Right.
The lady friend is she's in the room there. She points, and you see a door, and it's like, I will send Alfie to go check on the other one.
Excellent. I'll go talk to my companion. You gentlemen will excuse me for just a moment.
Hmm.
Go and get Hagatha.
Yeah, Hagatha is just kind of like washing her face, just like a wet washcloth to her face, and just kind of like, but just trying to.
Are you all doing all right, Miss Hagatha?
Oh, Greg, thank God. Yeah, they had to put Cotter out in the stable, and Elion took him. That was. Has it been a while? Like.
Yeah, it's been 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, that was like that was like a little bit ago. I think we should go try and find them, make sure that they're settled in. I tried to get Cotter to stay in the room, but she was very insistent. So he's probably not gonna be the happiest donkey.
Well, I mean, I can just bamf him into the room with the door shut.
Oh, that's right.
But you said Elion went with Cutter, yes?
Yeah, to the stable, because I panicked.
I'll telepathically communicate to Cutter. I have a 1 mile radius on that.
Right.
Cutter, is everything all right? You and Elion apparently have been gone for a while.
He replies to you, he's like, yeah, fine.
Is Elion still there with you?
Hee-haw.
He is a little upset. I feel like he's
I tried.
he's being an ass in our telepathic bond.
Yeah, I mean, he went from being a gold. Yeah.
I'll get him a few gemstones whenever we get back. Well, they sent a boy out to go check on him. I'm sure Elion will be back here eventually, and or would you, or Captain Hagatha, would you want us to go and check on them?
Not Captain.
Miss Hagatha, would you like us to go and check on them?
Yes, please. I'm gonna go too, because I
Right.
since I got the room now, I feel better, and let's go check. Let's just go make sure the boys are okay.
Okay. Kind of walking across the room, kind of motion to James, like.
He nods to you. Elion, since you're out in the stable with Cutter, you meet Joe, who's just a, teenage kid who's like, yeah, you just put him over there. And seems very disinterested, and he's doing chores on the other side. Anything special happening?
Well, I imagine I'm talking to Cutter, and it's like, I'm sorry they are doing this, but if you want, I can turn you into something else.
No more. No more changing shapes. They think I'm a donkey because you changed my shape and it imprinted on this collar.
I can change you into something else, maybe like a cat or
just no more changing me into things.
But I'm just trying to help.
I understand you're trying to help. Just don't change the shape.
Well,
he has his hooves up like this too.
I don't want you to be upset, so I can change you into something else.
It's okay. Just I'm okay. I'm okay. It's just annoying that I have to walk. That's it. It's just walking is weird. I don't know why you people do it. It's weird. It's inefficient. You can't reach high things, and
You wanna be
everyone
an
looks
owl?
down on you.
I can turn you into an owl.
We already have an owl.
A bat?
No, I've known too many bats. They're too screechy.
A bluebird?
A bluebird?
Yeah.
I
Like
hate
that
the
one.
color blue.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I guess so. I will go.
Look, it's okay. I
What's the
get
ones that are eating trash over there? Do you want to be one of those?
that's a raccoon.
Yeah, but they're pretty.
They're
They're
resourceful.
literally called trash pandas.
I didn't know they were a panda.
They're not. It's just
But-
a thing. Look, you just gotta get two hooves come out, just hold you with face. It's okay. Everything is okay. I know you're just trying to help. You are appreciated. God, I need liquor, and it's okay. Thank you.
I can do something then. I take the water trough that you have and I dump it over. And I run inside and ask for enough whatever to fill up the water trough.
On your as you go to run out, you and the little boy that you saw earlier, like, go through the door at the same time and just bump into each other.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ow! Ow!
Are you
Oh.
okay?
Yeah, just right in the nose.
Is it broken?
Nah, I've had that before. It's fine. Speaking of which, somebody's inside and wants you.
Okay, I have a really important thing that needs to happen, and maybe you can do it, and I can go see my friends.
Okay.
Our donkey
Yeah.
needs something to drink, but not water. It wants liquor. So could you fill his trough with liquor?
Oh, I'm not allowed to touch that. You have to talk to Mom.
Okay, then I'll go see the bartender before I go see whoever's asking to see me.
Okay. Can I pet your donkey?
Yes.
Ah, she scampers.
Oh wait.
There's gonna be this scene of this kid like going, hands like Cutter's
That
cowering
was
in the
a
corner.
really bad idea. Cutter's not that nice, so. Oh no. Alright, I bet it gets good. Alright. I need your best liquor. And a lot of it.
And that's when you two come out of the room at, I need your best liquor.
Don't do it.
Why'd you have a water trough?
Why are you
I
asking?
need to fill this up.
With water?
No, with liquor.
I
I mean, I've heard that elves like alcohol, but
Greg.
I've never had any, so.
right. So why do you?
human.
Can
Right. I've heard
well hold on,
perfectly
hold on.
ordinary humans enjoy liquor, but that's a little much.
Can I have a lot of liquor?
Well, if you're willing to put the gold down, it's a rare commodity
Maybe.
out this way.
Miss Hagatha?
I will get the liquor.
I don't think you need a water trough though for this.
I do though.
Why do you need the water trough?
Well,
Who do you think it's for? She's looking at Greg and she's like, who was he just with?
So?
it's
The
Oh,
donkey.
no.
I think he deserves a little bit. Maybe
No,
not
he's
worth.
had too much, and the alehouse drakes are going to be really annoyed with him if he comes back and he's broken his sobriety again.
What is this talk about? Your donkey, drakes, and who's an elf?
Donkey has a bit of a drinking problem.
It's an
I'm an elf.
Elion.
elf.
Elf in...
Mm.
You look like a human.
Yes.
Is there some
I
kind of
kind of lean over the
magic?
counter and whisper to him.
Storybooks.
I lean over the counter and whisper to him, just play along. He hit his head on the way here.
Too many...
We're indulging him for now. Just go with it.
Okay.
Kind of slide him a gold.
Her. She believes you.
Is that enough gold for the liquor? I need more liquor. I need all the liquor.
Elion, I'll get the liquor.
I'll take care of Cutter. let me handle Cutter. Thank you, Elion, for being on it and being concerned for his well-being.
Thank you for taking care of the donkey. Got her.
Yes, the
Our
completely
donkey Cutter.
ordinary, not at all about to be smacked donkey.
Well, now I feel bad because I told him I'd be right back.
You can go right back. Just tell him that we're on it.
But he might be mad.
Most likely, yes. But that's just how he is, right? So it's not your fault. He's got his own issues to sort out. Elliot, actually, why don't you come to... let me show you the room. It's got a really nice bed with your name on it.
Does someone
Kind
put my name on a bed?
No, but I think you'll like this one.
Okay.
About
You
this.
could jump on it for a little bit.
About
and
this time, that red-headed kid comes back in, Alfie. And you see him. He's like holding his hand. And he's got this really worried look on his face. He's confused.
Oh, no.
Mom, do donkeys normally hiss at you?
Why are you rubbing your hand?
It bit me.
Oh.
Damn it, Cutter. They're walking out.
It's okay. I didn't break the skin or anything. It's just, I went to pet it. It hissed at me, and I said it was okay, and I offered it a carrot, and it nipped at me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, sweetheart, but that donkey's really mean.
I can tell. It's so cute and fuzzy, but it's really mean.
Yeah. I'm
I
sorry.
put my hand down in my face like this, and I whisper the verbal component for healing word, and I heal the bite for 6.
Not gonna go well.
Yeah, good thing Cutter wasn't serious with that bite, because the light drake's bite attack is a D6 plus 3.
Yeah, well,
He can kill a normal human being.
well, you know how like when dogs play and sometimes they'll just get you.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I would
Yeah.
envision.
Didn't break the skin.
All right. Cool. So, you do that. The kid's hand's like, oh, it feels better now. I'm gonna go find Johnny and not touch a donkey. It runs out to the front.
We can go to the room now.
At that moment, James walks up and be like, you know, the town leader is seriously not getting any younger.
Yeah, sorry. we just had to put our donkey in the stable. So
Right.
bit of a kerfuffle.
If you
Yeah.
please join him at the table. Um, if you all head over there, as Elion, as you go, James grabs your shoulder, whispers in your ear, "I'd be careful casting magic."
He was hurt. I told him it was okay to touch the donkey.
It's gonna be all right. Let people heal normally.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Just remember. He walks back to the table. So you all sit. Hagatha, as you sit down at the table, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. That's one of my good ones.
Is it an X? It's an X, isn't it?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You sit down at this table, and for a second, Derek, it's hard to breathe.
Is there a fire going?
Yeah, but there's no smoke. It's like as you sat down, you're like,
like, try just to find something liquid to drink and just try to catch your breath.
Yeah, it's just it goes away and just like it's like a second or two. It's really weird.
Okay. She kind of looks around and tries to see if she can anything.
Yep, perception.
Nah, 4.
Nope. You don't see anything different. Nothing pops up out to you. Anyways, my friends here, this is the town leader, James Carnes, and he has graciously allowed me to stay here, but he would like to get to know y'all before he extends the same invitation. Now, I'm more than welcome to pay for your nights, but he just wants to know who's here. That's all.
Oh, I did. I did pay already. For the room, if that's what you're talking about.
Right. That's just fine. It's just we don't get many visitors in town, and you do seem like the well-armed folks. In a way, I just want to know who's here. That's all. To be
kind of have to be well armed in this.
Are you okay, my dear?
Yeah, I just got really, yeah, just got a weird tickle in my chest.
He opens his coat, reaches in a pocket, and hands you a hard caramel.
Oh, thank you. And she pops it in her mouth.
Yeah, it's really good.
Cool.
Make a Constitution save.
Nope, it's delicious.
Yeah. No, apologies. It's been traveling for some time, and just the change in atmosphere sometimes gets you. So I'll be fine enough.
No, I understand. It's a far trip out this way, depending on which way you come in from. Well, either way, it's a long way.
Yeah. I was gonna ask something and I totally don't remember.
Well, you all are here to help Mr. Barlow take care of the more recent monsters out in the woods. Forest, I would say, correct.
Yeah. to repair. I don't want to be the only one talking. Greg, help. Step in.
Yes, sir. We are acquaintances of Mr. Barlow, and he sent word requesting our assistance with some of the goings on out here. And we are hoping that we can put a rest to these issues quickly and efficiently.
I appreciate it. We're probably the only well-established village or settlement in probably 100+ miles or so, as you could tell from your journey here, I'm sure.
Yes, very long, very arduous. Took us a while to get here in particular.
Yeah, how is it that this place is so prosperous and so giddy?
Removed.
Well, it was done on purpose. I was just a small boy when my family came out this way. From the people that started the area, they said that this was a place that once belonged to some ancestors that they decided to live here because it was so remote, so far out of the way. There was we did give it the name Witch's Hollow, as there was a coven of vile, nasty, magic-casted witches in the area.
Then why name it after them if they were so nasty?
It was their hollow. Witch's Hollow. It also tends to keep people from coming in the area.
I could see that. Still doesn't quite understand. Doesn't explain like how. But no, never mind.
I think I get what you're trying to say. Why out here in the middle of freaking nowhere?
Yeah.
Well, that's the way we like it.
Okay.
It's been months since we've seen a government official from either country that we are near. We have Astoria just over the ridge there. Castanelia is technically where we are now. But we just want to farm and exist. We don't want any trouble, so as far away from anything as we could get.
But unfortunately, trouble seemed to find you.
It's Etharis, dear.
No, yeah, you got a point.
You're not serving an undead army over there. It's the bureaucratic, military, overbearing nut jobs down there.
Yeah, so how, like you're smack dab in between. How? There's gotta be some like trick to it all, right?
Don't get too big. Don't make a squeaky wheel noise. Don't complain. We do everything we can here to make it as bearable to live as possible.
Oh, okay. So,
with the present predicament of strange creatures attacking, is there anything you can any insight you might be able to give us, Mr. Samuel, that we might have missed already? In addition to that, do you happen to have a map of the valley?
Please call me Sam, and inside as well. It's they're here. We've had minor bumpings with things more odd. Usually the monsters are more in the night. These seem to be kind of during the day or at night themselves. The reason I put a word out for someone to come help, and James here answered, was I want to stop it before it becomes a problem. A small community. There's only about 30 of us, and those things are terrifying, to be honest, and I don't want anyone to get hurt. Lose a couple of chickens or large livestock every now and then, that's fine, we can recover. But we lose people, that's too much. And as far as a map of the valley, no one's ever really put anything down. We're at the western end, and it does go further deeper east and then kind of curves down towards the south a little ways. Pretty dark, heavy wood out that way.
So darker wood as you head further west.
You know, kind of it goes west, it kind of curls down a little bit, kind of following a mountain line.
Okay.
Well, I mean, James has been. How long have you been at this, James? Couple weeks, months.
Oh, well, he's called me in fairly recently. I've been out here for about a week myself. I do want to. I will say myself, it is the most odd pattern. They don't move like animals would. You know, animals find their pathway through the woods and have their game trails. And I haven't been able to find a nest or a hollow or a cave of some kind that monsters would hang out in. These things seem to just kind of exist, appear even randomly almost.
Well, don't want to take up too much more of your time. I think we just need to go and start looking at maybe some of these farms in the area of ones who have missing animals and see what we can dig up.
You said that before the town was founded, there was a coven here.
Yes.
Do you know roughly the location of where they congregated?
Well, they congregated, had their home base. I would assume further down into the valley, harder to get to. But I don't know an exact location.
It might be worth looking into. It probably would have been a secretive place and would have had enough space for them to be able to do their whatever witches do late into the night, dance naked under the moonlight, I read once. I don't know. But might be a good place to start as far as looking for a location where they might be coming from, if there's someone in fact behind this.
That's probably a good idea.
All right. Agatha claps her hands and kind of stands up pretty quickly, and she's like, it was wonderful meeting you, sir. We will take care of this problem as quickly as we can and be out of your hair in a jiffy. And in the meantime, everybody stay inside where it's safe. And, she's like kind of fidgety at this point, and she's, you know what? I can, I want to, you know what? I will pay everyone, I'll pay a round of drinks for everybody, and that way everybody can stay inside, and yeah.
Does Does Hagatha look like she's having a panic attack?
Just a little.
Okay.
She just wants to. She's been so uncomfortable and like the whole heavy breathe, like her breath being so heavy. She just wants to get. She's basically panic attack. Like she just wants to get out of here as quickly as she can, but she wants everybody to stay, like all the locals and stuff, like in town. So there's one less thing to worry about because just almost blew our cover kind of thing. And she's just like, yeah, let's do that and get this over with.
Right. I think I might skip on drinks, but Hagatha, can you show me to our room and show me which bed is mine? And it might take us a little bit of time to figure that out.
Well, I take your time. I have to get back. James, Mr. Barlow, Gary, my new friends, and enjoy your stay. Remember, it's darkness in 2 hours. Stay inside. And he begins to hobble off.
Yep.
Yeah. Greg's like trying to give Hagatha an obvious reason why she can, go and get out of the view of everyone.
Yep. Oh, Dad, yeah.
Elion, how about you come with us and we can all pick out our different beds?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hagatha, as you get up from the table, make another wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh. Why does Oog have an aura on him?
Hold this. You said a wisdom saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
That's 11.
As you get up to walk away from the table, that tightness around your throat reappears, and it feels like it yoinks you back real quick.
Guys,
Hagatha?
something's not right. Something's very, very not right.
There's a red line that appears around her neck.
We need to get out of here. Right now.
Right. Hagatha, I'm having a hard time walking. Can you kind of puts his arm over her shoulder and try to make it look like she's supporting him, but he's also kind of like trying to cover up the red line around her neck? Can you help me out? I think my leg fell asleep. Can you just help me walk over to our room?
Yeah. She like, is there still pressure?
It got real tight as it pulled you back, and then it let you go as Greg came up to help you.
Yeah, and so she's coughing a bit, and we just need to get out of here.
Yeah, just support me on this side, and it should be good.
Let's go.
Okay. Head to the room.
Can I look around the room?
Sure.
See if I see anybody, like any obvious like casters or anything like that.
Yeah. Perception.
That is a 19 plus 4, so that's a 23.
23.
Perception. I'm sorry. Perception. That's a 24.
24. You look around. There's no one there, and you look back like this, and for a second you could have sworn you saw something at the edge of your vision.
It's old Joe.
But there's you are the only ones in here, minus Clara, who's just tootling away at the bar, cooking, cleaning.
Now, detect magic, does that have like, what components does it need?
As a warlock, you don't need the components. So
Yeah.
you, it's at will.
Once we get a little closer to our room and stuff, she wants to just kind of look back real quick and see if she sees anything.
Okay.
Because most of her companions, I would assume, would be either next to her are into the room already, so there shouldn't be any other magical auras and stuff in the tavern space. So
Yeah, so you cast that, you look back, and where you sat, you see fading magic.
go fun. No.
Ooh. I'll put a spell on you.
School of Magic? I don't think it really matters, but
Give me a second to look up the school.
It's like aggressive, violent magic. Typically should be evocation.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
it says if there is any, so there very well could not. See a faint aura around any visible creature, object, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, we'll go
Evocation.
with a touch of something else.
Some just can't put your finger on.
Hold on.
Okay.
Conjuration, transmutation.
No. I would say evocation with a little bit of enchantment, but it's not like
Ooh.
it's angry.
Gathered that much.
Old Joe is dead. It's his ghost.
Great. Just what she needs.
You're being haunted. That's how he got to the. That's how he got to the place outside of time. He died, and then he sent his spirit to the collective.
All right.
All right. Well, they can't do anything about it right now because she doesn't know the source.
You literally watched it just
Sink back.
just sink back and disappear.
Huh. Okay. Well. I don't think Ooh can really do anything about it. Yeah, she just kind of tries to shake it off as best she can, and just. I'm assuming we're resting for the night because there's only 2 hours of light left, and definitely don't want to go outside after dark. So I say we settle in for the night, boys, and wait till morning.
Whoever is staying up, they can go to bed after I wake up from my trance, and then after that they can. I'll take the rest of the night.
We're keeping watch inside the town?
Yeah.
Inside the room.
Not with what I just went through. Yes, we need watch.
Here's the alarm spell. I'll be able to prep that for like the next day, but I also bamf Cutter into the room once the door is shut. Who is probably still just as like looking around now for anything.
Yeah, he's got hay stuck in his fur. He looks like he's a mess.
Children.
I'm sorry they didn't let me bring you your drink.
Kind of spotting Greg is like, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't ask for any drinks. Greg just kind of picks him up, dumps him on the pillow, and it's like, all right, well, we need to keep watch. I can keep watch for the first couple hours, and
I can stay up.
Stay on, yes.
Yeah, because if
Haggith
everyone's gonna be sleeping, I can stay up because I only need a couple hours.
Hagatha, I think possibly you should just try and get as much rest as you can. Can I look at the red mark on her neck?
Yes, you can.
Is it like a particular shape, or does it look like it was like a rope or a burn, or does it look like a hand?
Investigation, as you're looking at it. Should investigate it.
Excuse me for just a moment, Miss Hagatha. If you can just raise your head.
I'm gonna give you a boost on that.
All right. What's that boost?
Give me a second here. You're gonna have guidance, and you're gonna have emboldening bond. So you have a 1d4 from each of those you can add to your check.
Okay.
So that's 2d4 additional.
Yeah. 24.
24. It definitely has a braided rope-like quality.
Oh, yay.
Miss Hagatha, did you feel? Does it look like a burn though? Like someone does it just look like a braided rope, or is it just like?
It's a full-on bruise.
Bruise? Oh.
Yeah, it was not gentle.
This is not very good. Miss Hagatha,
Mm-hmm.
you're familiar bonded with Oog, yes?
Yeah.
Can you cast Detect Magic and look through his eyes at yourself?
I can cast Detect Magic.
Well, that will work as well. Just checking to see if this is just a bruise now, or if this is like a full-on magical curse mark. I know how you work. I know how you work, Ray. If we have to kill her to save her, we'll do it.
I cast Detect Magic.
The party lights up like normal. Cutter's like this real fuzzy magic.
It's a donkey and it's a drake.
Yeah, it's odd. You don't see any other auras or any other thing in the room that shouldn't be there.
What about around Hagatha's neck?
Nope.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
I don't want to lose Hagatha.
Hagatha, did you have any covens that you were in disagreement with? Possibly. Were you cursed before you got taken in by the collective? Because you need to report that.
I was pretty much by myself in the swamp for a long time. Long.
So no former witchy organizations that you were a part of that may not like the fact that you're back? Ex-best friends?
I don't remember.
Alright. Well, I guess we just need to keep an eye out then for now.
Yeah.
Let us know if anything other strange things happen.
Oh, I will. Yeah. Let's just say I definitely don't want to stay here longer than I have to.
You guys kind of see Ilion's eyes kind of like glaze over, and for like the next 10 minutes, he's casting Detect Magic through his owl and going over the town. And there's nothing other than us.
Yeah, we should be the only sources of magic, really.
Well, you also get a blip off James's room.
Oh, yeah.
And you figure you look into it and you get elemental feel to it, and you have a feeling it's his shotgun.
Makes sense.
Well, let's get some rest. I think we have some hiking to do tomorrow.
All right, and we'll be real quick here. So you all take watches, so I'll each need perception check from each of you.
Perfect.
We only need one other person to do a perception check because I'm gonna stay up for the rest so that they can get a full 8.
Yeah, because rule updates. Cutter will take watch with Greg, and Greg's actually going to give Cutter advantage. Holy crap. That's a unnatural 20 from Cutter.
All right.
While
So-
Hagatha's resting, could Oog watch?
Yeah, Oogle watch.
So, because his perception's way better than Hagatha's.
Our familiars are so much wiser than us.
Yeah, Oog's pretty cool.
17 perception for Oog.
Okay.
Because I don't know, does he need to rest too? Considering the shadow thing?
eh,
I would assume, maybe, probably.
Yeah, in this world, everyone rests in their own way, and he gets his rest when he can. I mean, he also sees that, Elion's up, and
Yeah.
he does his thing. Yep. The night passes.
I have it.
The
Great. I got a 24 on my perception.
okay.
And my owl, which has advantage on hearing and sight, for perception, which would just give him advantage on perception, period. Got a natural 20 plus 3.
Nice.
Yeah.
Your night passes fine, and you guys hear strange noises at night. Different than like nighttime noises you think there should be. Ilion, through your owl, at night, it sees some kind of shadow moving throughout the town.
Like Ook?
It just sees a shadow.
Okay.
But I gotta be quick here because I know we're a little bit over. Hagatha, while you sleep, you have a dream, and it's blurs of motion and yelling and pitchforks and fire. And when you wake up in the morning, your neck hurts again. But that's where we'll end for today. So I want to thank everybody for joining us again today. Thank you for watching. And if you like what you saw, please like, follow, subscribe here, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. And let us know. Talk to us. We're here. We want to hear what you guys have to think and say about what we're doing, so we can make things better. So this has been The Collective. Thank you all for hanging out and watching with us, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.